Hey y'all, Rick Rex here, back with another one for you, and today we're going to visit on the DCUO anniversary event for 2023. Now it's time for the attack of the Anti-Monitor once again, y'all, and that's right, he's back in similar fashion with no new tricks, but a few new goodies to grab this year. So we're going to take a look at the daily missions, the weekly missions, and the on-duty missions available. Plus, we're going to look at the new feats, grab a peek at the new rewards, and we're also going to break down how much currency we need to grab the goodies and see how long it's going to take us to get it without replays. But first, if you like what you see and you want more, hit that like and subscribe button to help keep the channel growing and also to not miss one single update as they drop. Okay, so we'll waste no time here and we'll hop right on into the daily missions right quick. Very similar to years past, in fact almost identically, we have a world past hope and fear, beast taming, antimatter matters, flashpoint foes, and the paradoxical punch-up returning. All of these are pretty quick and all but one rewards 1 crown. A world past hope and fear, which is that solo mission that you run, delivers us 2 crowns for tackling this one. For the weekly mission, we have Purge the Merge and Beasts of War returning, delivering us 8 crowns each. And remember y'all, Beasts of War is completed by doing beast taming a few times during the week, so that one is no extra work. For our on-duty missions, we have the Centennial Collapse as a daily raid, returning alongside the Speed Force Flux raid with an elite version of the latter available weekly. Now the Centennial Collapse raid does reward us 5 crowns per day, and the Speed Force Flux raid will provide us 18 crowns weekly. Now we do get 4 new feats this year, which will give us a total of 70 feat points, so not quite a skill point, but those feats are 4th World Orbit for collecting an accessory, Agent of Order for collecting the Enhanced Fates Faith style, Triumph 2023 for collecting the trophies of the Anti-Monitor, Neron, and Perpetua, finished off by Multiverse Drywall for collecting 10 base items. So let's take a look at the vendor cost for the rewards right quick. As we can see, we have the Enhanced Fates Faith style that costs 25 crowns per piece, totaling out to 200 crowns. Then we have the teal textured polymer chroma box that costs 100 crowns. And we also have the statues of Neron, the Anti-Monitor, and Perpetua that'll cost 6 crowns each, totaling 18 crowns. And for base items, they'll cost an additional 6 crowns each, totaling 60 crowns to get them all. As far as currency goes, so we can figure out how much we have to put into this event to at least finish up this year's feats, we're going to need 328 crowns. But to collect everything like some of us tend to do, we need a total of 528 crowns. Now let's talk about income. If we take care of everything with no replays, it'll net us 111 crowns weekly. So it's not too taxing unless you have catch up to do with this event. Of course it does have plenty of feats, so some of us are going to be busy and replaying like crazy to wrap it up. So speaking of rewards, let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the new Enhanced Fates Faith style. It's old, it's new, it's everything magical. Great job dev team on adding some touches and bringing this one back to relevancy again. Next up, we have the teal textured polymer chroma. Seriously though, I hope you're a fan of the 60s, or came from the 60s, or maybe even time traveled to the 60s. Either way, teal is here. Now I can say that I do love the texture on this thing, but man, I really feel mature right now. Up next, we have the Source Wall Seal Accessory. This thing's classy and ornate, and most importantly, you can't see it when you're looking at your face. The good news is that rarely happens, and we're always staring at our backs. So if you like green, this one's a go. Next up, we have the Apocalypse Planet Accessory. It reminds me of a floating Rambutan, and if you don't know what that is, look it up. You'll thank me. Those things are great. Next up, we have the new Genesis Planet Accessory. If you're in need of proving that your head is so big that it has its own gravitational pull, then this one's for you. That's right. You get a planet that'll sit right by your head. Okay, so let's check out the new base items for this year's event. Up first, we have the Source Wall. Great news is that if you're in need of a wall to hold up your ceiling, then we've got you covered. Also, if you're in need of makeshift windows with a built-in security system, then we have that one covered too with the broken Source Wall. All jokes aside, I really love the animation on this thing. Then we have our own personal let them have cake moment. But it's got to be decorative cake, because we're classy up in here, right y'all? Our first iteration of this year's cake is none other than the Death Metal. It's spiky and wonderful, and look at that cake, it's going to taste great, I promise. Up next is the Underworld cake. This one we just don't eat. That is, unless you like your cake toasty, but that being said, it's here for display only, so take your hunger elsewhere. And wrapping up our cake is the Source Wall cake. And I'm sure this one's filling and bound to make you glow all kinds of colors, but the only thing here is that we have to keep this one away from Batman. He really only likes cake in black, and sometimes very dark gray. Up next, we have the Source Wall Black Hand. This poor little fellow wandered a little too close to the Source Wall with his friends and got stuck. Oddly, it's in the stance of a paper doll. And then we have Ares. He suffered the same fate as Blackhand. Wait a minute, what were these guys doing so close to the Source Wall anyways? Next, we have the legendary Darkseid. He got stuck, but something tells me we're going to have to keep an eye on this guy. Whatever you do, don't log out. He could get loose. Then we have the subject of the whole affair, the Anti-Monitor. He must be a mama's boy since he took right after her and got stuck in the same wall that she did. Wowza. And finally, we have Perpetua, the mother of the Anti-Monitor and also creation. She commissioned this 3D portrait of herself, not realizing that she was also stuck in a wall. All jokes aside though, the detail on these things are absolutely incredible. I am really impressed with the new team members. Well y'all, that wraps up this year's anniversary event, so with a warm heart, I say happy anniversary y'all. Thanks for joining, and once again, if you like what you see and you want more, hit that like and subscribe button to help keep the channel growing and also to not miss one single update as they drop.